What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Hi, it's Keisha. Nice to meet you all. Get in here because we've got quite a bit to get on into. So we're going to go ahead and get on into Justin Baldoni's lawsuit. I've gained access into the file. I'm here. We're in. We're going to go ahead and see what it is that he had to say. Okay, guys, so I do want to go ahead and put this disclaimer out whilst we're here. I do end up going through the lawsuit and I'm reading it with you guys, but I end up struggling to pronounce certain words and I feel so embarrassed, I'm not gonna lie. But I also want you guys to understand this is not reality. Even us commentary channels who read things, read articles, not gonna lie, struggle to pronounce certain words. And you guys, I'm gonna keep that footage in there so you guys can see that God loves a trier, okay? That's how you have to learn words, by saying it out loud, reading. Girl, I'm not gonna lie, when I'm rewatching some of the footage, I'm just it's sending me. But I want you guys to understand that after this video, babes, best believe I went to go and order a bunch of different books because this video made me want to read. But also it was kind of like early in the morning. Anytime before noon, my English is not Englishing. And my favorite excuse is, babes, English is not even my first language, so what are you gonna do? Oh, Keisha, what language do you speak? Oh, girl, mind your business, yeah? There are a couple times I do struggle to pronounce certain words, but look, hey, God loves a trier, and at the end of the day, I'm trying. And if this is going to put you off from watching the video, I definitely do understand. But I wanted to go through the lawsuit and give you guys this video because we've definitely got quite a bit to get on into. So please just disregard all of that and not too much in the comments because, hey, look, we're not going to always get things right. I'm going to try my best, and I feel like I'm being a little bit hard on myself now because I see the way the comments are going to look. But hey, I've given you a disclaimer, so do with this what you will. Let's get on into it, babes. Unfortunately, for I don't know whether it's me or you, this is 87 pages long. I love you guys down and I'm trying to do my best to report on this story the best that I can. But 87 pages is madness. I don't know if I've got time to sit my arse cheeks down in this chair scrolling for 87 pages. Did I even do this much work? This ain't even work, I'm reading, innit? But then again, it feels like work. I'm joking, it's a joke, calm down. It's a G.I. Jane joke. 87 pages is a lot. Now, someone is probably going to want to scroll through every single detail and everything, but that someone, unfortunately, today is just not me. Plus, I've got places to be. And even if I did have no places to be, 87 pages is madness. I don't think I even paid this much attention to any schoolwork. Don't be like me, though. Yeah, don't. We're going to scroll through some things and see what it is that Justin Baldoni has to say. I mean, this is looking like a very, very dangerous game. I don't know what the outcome's gonna be, therefore I cannot take any side. I'm remaining neutral. You are hearing it from the horse's mouth, aka me. I'm not a horse, but it's a figure of speech, yeah? Hearing it from my mouth, I am not taking anyone's sides. I'm remaining neutral. I'm reporting on the news and giving you guys the scoop because I promised you from the beginning that we would go ahead and get on into it, babes, and we've got quite a bit to get on into. So make sure you guys do all the fun YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. It literally costs you nothing, babes, and you know you want to anyway. So listen, I'm gonna be, and also I want to mention that I'm not in America, yeah? I'm not in America, I'm in London, yeah? So sometimes a lot of things happen. There's a lot of like late night news. Babes, I'm fast asleep. I don't know about you, babes, but I'm feeling 22. I am fast asleep catching my Zs, yeah? So excuse me if I'm a couple hours behind or sometimes even a day behind, but either way, babes, I've got you. So just stay tuned, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. Also, whilst you're at it, because I'm giving you guys really great content at the moment and sometimes very long content, I think this video might be a bit of a long one. I'm also not going to edit it just because what's the point? Like, I'm going to do a screen recording, but I'm not going to do too much editing. So just because of that, I'd really appreciate if you guys could show some love over on my Instagram. It's Keisha_. It will be on the screen for you guys right now. Ask about me. I literally reply to my DMs because, babes, why the hell not? And it's also like a really fun time. Some of you bitches are crazy, but it's a fun time. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. Do not miss out, okay? And yeah, I just feel like it's a way of me showing back like support that you guys give me, and it's always like a thing that I do truthfully appreciate. If you guys don't believe me, then what was it I said in yesterday's video? I said something funny, which is actually the truth, by the way. I said, oh, guys, okay, I wouldn't say I have a, okay, do I have a crush? Yeah, sort of, kind of, yes, I do. But it's not really a crush, though, if they know that they're my crush, because, okay, anyways, we don't need to get into the, you know, nitty-gritty, but yeah, I do have a crush right now, and we text for Instagram and my notifications are on. They've always been on, but they're like even more on, if you know what I mean right now. Because I'm sorry, but when the messages come through, babes, I gotta reply. I gotta stay ready to get ready. Do you know what I mean? And also, like, can I just put this out there, yeah? Quick tangent. If you're one of those people who play games whilst texting, babes, I ain't got time for you. Like, what? If you see a message, why are you taking it? What? So what? They sent it 10 minutes ago. I want to take another extra 10 minutes, babes. Can you just do better? Now, if you're 14, that's a different story, yeah? But yeah, I mean, that's even more confirmation to you guys that my notifications are on and I definitely do read my DMs. So yeah, definitely go ahead, follow me on Instagram. Again, it's Keisha_, shoot me a DM, I double dare you. And yes, let's get started. I'm here now, I am on this document. Funny enough, actually, it was actually one of you guys that sent it to me through my DMs. I'm like, babes, am I in trouble? What's this flipping PDF file you're sending me? What are you doing? Who are ya? But no, this is actually the lawsuit, and I went to go ahead and do 1212 Google search, and this is confirmation this is actually the lawsuit, Justin Baldoni's lawsuit. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I think I need to put my glasses on because, babes, I'm blind as a bat. My laptop's right in front of me, so I'm not gonna come and squint. I'm gonna try my best to give you guys a very good video here. I do feel a little bit of pressure, I'm not gonna lie to you, just because it's one take, darling. You can probably, I don't know, you can probably smell my fragrance through the screen. You can probably smell the Cheetos underneath my fingernails. I'm joking, I don't have any proof. There's nothing there, babes. All right, let me stop it. Superior Court of the State of California for the County of Los Angeles Central District. Complaint for damages for libel, false light, invasion of privacy, promissory fraud, and breach of implied in fact contract. Demand for jury trial. This is going to be very interesting, guys. It's going to be very, very super, uber, duper interesting. So, at 9:47 p.m. on Friday, December the 20th, 2024, New York Times reporter Megan Twohy requested plaintiff's response to an imminent 4,000-word bombshell story concerning their alleged orchestration of a smear campaign targeting Blake Lively, purportedly in response to Lively's disclosure of concerns about the working environment on the set of It Ends With Us, the film. I do want to mention quickly here, I'm not an illiterate, but sometimes, baby, I'm glitching, alright? It's 9 in the goddamn morning, babes. My English ain't Englishing until about noon. So maybe I should have filmed this at noon, but unfortunately, this is the only time I have right now to film. So, yeah, I'm not slow, but I'm a little bit slow. So just bear with me and stop cussing me out, innit? Like, you guys make it seem like you know every single word in the dictionary, babes. You can't even spend bitch because you're not her. You're not that bitch, period. Alright, all jokes aside, though, if I mispronounce certain things, you know what I mean, so stop it. The film's production company, Wayfarer, its principals, Baldoni and Heath, and its public relations representatives, Nathan and Abel, were asked to provide on-screen comment and to notify the Times of any inaccuracies by noon, EST, the next day, on December the 21st, 2024. I mean, babes, this was a festive time for them, and Christmas hadn't even begun yet. Ooh. A mere 14 hours overnight. Plaintiff's representative denied Lively's accusations as reported by the Times and criticised both Lively and the Times' reliance on cherry-picked and altered communication stripped of necessary context and deliberately spliced to mislead. Despite its claim to have reviewed these along with other documents, the Times relied almost entirely on Lively's unverified and self-serving narrative. Now, I do want to say this, though. I do think the Times was too quick. You know, they're being sued for like, what, $250 million cash. I do think they're very quick with it, and I do think that that's something that they need to be able to accept that, hey, listen, you can be, again, you want to push a narrative out there, but you need to be careful when doing that. And also, I think you should have waited at least another extra day before waiting for Justin Baldoni to comment on it, because obviously he will. When there's accusations thrown out there about you, you got to come through and if you did do it, deny, right? And also prove your innocence. But it's also a very interesting time we live in because you can prove your innocence, but people can still just not rock with you. And I think in a case like this where a woman is coming out to accuse someone of sexual harassment, a lot of people are typically going to side with her, and because obviously it's a gross thing to happen to anyone, point blank period, people are going to automatically hear that and be so shickety shook and you know, taken aback by it. And the thing is, you can never put things past human beings, like no matter who they are, even if it's family members, like you never really fully know a person. So I can't sit my arse cheeks down in this chair, in this gaming chair right now, babes. I couldn't do that, yeah, and tell you that, oh my god, I stand behind this person, or I'm truly, like, I can't do that. I feel like that's a mistake that maybe I've made in the past before in regards to maybe a different court case. But babes, I'm just gonna it's got nothing to do with me. I'm gonna be so real. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm not gonna sit on here and say, oh my god, I sided with this person. This person's lying, because that's not right for me to do. And I think that the New York Times pushing this narrative of automatically painting him out to be a monster, in my opinion, just wasn't fair. So I can understand why he is coming for them and suing for $250 million cash, babes. I'm trying to see where you got that money from. So yeah, let's see. Despite its claims to have reviewed these along with, okay, I've already read that part. It is readily apparent that the Times has been quietly working in concert with Lively's team for weeks or months. I'm gonna need you to come through with the proof. Yeah, one thing about me, if we're gonna say all of this, babes, give me the receipts, please, okay? And I feel like you have to provide that in court. Like, where is the evidence? Otherwise, it's just you talking out of your arse cheeks. Notably, I love saying arse cheeks, innit? Notably, Lively chose not to file a lawsuit against Baldoni, Wayfarer, or any of the plaintiffs, a choice that spared her from the scrutiny of the discovery process, including answering questions under oath and producing her communications. This decision was no accident. First, her administrative complaint is rife with blatant falsehoods and egregious misrepresentations that would have subjected her to dismissal, if not sanctions. Second, pursuing formal legal action would have derailed her true objective, an orchestrated campaign to rehabilitate her public image. Instead, Lively filed a request for a right to sue letter with the California Civil Rights Department. A procedural formality that does not require pleadings, remains confidential unless leaked, as it was here, and crucially does not subject the complaint to discovery. While such a letter can precede a lawsuit, it is clear that litigations was never her ultimate goal. Her real intention was to weaponize the appearance of legitimacy conferred by a number of legal documents to launch salacious headline-grabbing allegations and reshape her public persona at the expense of the plaintiffs. Now, we've spoken about this in yesterday's video. You guys need to try your very best to keep up. I know we've got busy schedules and everything, but I have been reporting on this, and I hate for you guys to miss out on a video and, you know, opinion states in that video, because I don't want to constantly repeat all the time. But hey, I will say this though. Blake Lively is trying to say that Justin Baldoni and his camp was doing this whole smear campaign. Baby, it didn't need to take Justin Baldoni to do it. It had already begun. It had already begun from when you decided to promote other products and lines that you have, instead of talking about a film that you chose to be a part of, right? As one of the lead actresses for the show, for the film, about domestic violence. That was something that you didn't do a great job at. And that's something that you were rightfully called out for. Whether it's people who are survivors of domestic violence, or whether it's people who maybe have no personal relation to that, but still felt like you did a trash job at promoting something that was supposed to be insightful, let's say. You did it to yourself. So you can't say Justin Baldoni did that. Now, did Justin Baldoni live for it? Absolutely. He probably saw it as like, you know what, I don't like her, we didn't get along, I'm kind of happy to see the world see her for what she truly is. That's probably how he's seeing it, okay? But I don't think Justin Baldoni started this and ran to different media outlets and said, hey, we're going to go ahead and do this, I'm going to pay this person to promote. Like, I don't think it was giving that. There was plenty of catch my breath, please. Oh my god, tell me I'm not the funniest person you know. But then again, you don't know me. God, these videos, yeah, you know, when I do them in one take, I just be saying anything. Pray for me, please. Also, I hope this video is not too long. When I mean too long, like 1 hour, kind of pushing it. But I mean, probably will be an hour. But 2 hours is a stretch. That's not, yeah. But yeah, I mean, you can't truthfully, at the bottom of your heart, actually think it was Justin Baldoni that started this. Now, do I think that he loved the idea of it, like I mentioned already? Absolutely, yes. Yes, he probably saw you as someone who felt that you were untouchable. You probably used the fact that you have a very powerful husband, Ryan Reynolds. You guys have he has like a net worth of, if I'm not mistaken, $400 million, whereas Justin Baldoni is worth only a couple millions, which is still a lot of money. But even from the net worth alone, you can tell that it's just a different ballgame, you know, so there you go, okay? Lively found willing allies at the New York Times, which uncritically embraced her CRD complaint as fact and disregarded the plaintiff's empathetic objections. Wow. I feel like I didn't say that word properly, sorry. Without even waiting for the response deadline of noon, on December 21st, 2024, the Times rushed to publish its inflammatory article, "We Can Bury Anyone Inside a Hollywood Smear Machine," at 10:11 a.m., nearly 2 hours early. This brazen disregard for journalistic integrity and fairness resulted in an article rife with inaccuracies, misrepresentations, and omissions. Now, I definitely do agree they were too quick with that, and it does kind of sound like a payoff, but then again, we need the proof, you know? You can't just say that. You got to be able to provide something, but I do think it's very strange how they automatically sided with her, as opposed to just, like, reporting on a story, as every other article should remain very, you know, fair. In an era where public trust in media has reached a historic low, and legacy outlets are increasingly criticized as biased and agenda-driven, the Times has chosen to double down on sensationalism and oversimplified narratives. Rather than striving for accuracy and balance, it has prioritized hollow signaling over substantive reporting, further eroding its credibility and exacerbating the very mistrust it complains to combat. The article's central thesis encapsulated, guys, I love how I'm like really trying here. Like I know some of you guys will be like, girl, just read the words, but like leave me, like I feel like I'm getting insecure about these words now because I'm like, damn bitch, I really but it's like, even if I read this before without you being here watching it with me and reading it with me, shall I say, I still would have been glitching. So I really do apologize. And I don't know, now I'm getting insecure with my English. Maybe I gotta go back to school. Maybe I should just pick up a book more. The article's central thesis encapsulated in a defamatory headline designed to immediately mislead the reader is that plaintiffs orchestrated a retaliatory public relations campaign against Lively for speaking out about sexual harassment, a premise that is categorically false and easily disproven. If the Times truly reviewed, oh my god, I'm so insecure. If the Times truly reviewed the thousands of private communications it claimed to have obtained, its reporters would have seen incontrovertible evidence. Just keep going. Because that's how you learn how to speak English, right? That's how you learn how to say words, by practicing. Nobody's perfect, in the words of Hannah Montana. Evidence that it was Lively, not plaintiffs, who engaged in a calculated smear campaign. The complete communications demonstrate beyond questions that plaintiffs had no intention of destroying or burying Lively through aggressive tactics. On the contrary, Baldoni consistently expressed his desire to avoid harming Lively and protect the film, but also recognized a legitimate need for public relations protection in light of Lively's false and damaging claims. So now we get on to quite a few different things over here. So this is like a group chat. The article is predicated Okay, so I'm okay. I'm going to scroll through some of this. Which references text exchanges between Nathan and Abel as purported evidence that Nathan planted a negative story in Daily Mail title Is Blake Lively Set to Be Cancelled? Lively's portrayal is categorically false, misleading and devoid of factual basis, yet knowingly endorsed by the Times, which claimed to have reviewed thousands of pages of text messages and emails. The smear campaign hinges on an August 16th text exchange in which Nathan allegedly shared a link to this article with Abel. The text exchange shows Abel responding, "Wow," followed by, "You really outdid yourself with this one," to which Nathan allegedly replied, "That's why you hired me, right? I'm the best." The message constitute the entirety of the purported evidence underlying the allegations of a smear campaign orchestrated on behalf of Baldoni. So they've really, they popped out with the arrows. They said, look over here, look at these lines and read this, okay? So yeah, the Times, however, was aware that these text messages were unscrupulously altered and selectively edited, enabling both Lively and her team and the Times to propagate a false smear campaign. I'm really tired of the word smear now. Speaking of smear, have you got your smear test? I'm going to be 25 in June and I have to smear it up. That sounds crazy, but like I have to. I think in the UK anyways, you have to be, well, I mean, unless you've been truly advised, but like I'm going to be 25 and I'm actually dreading it, but I'm going to get it done anyways because I've heard some horror stories. I'm like, babes, listen, I know I love me horror. I love to watch some horror films, but I'm not trying to be in this film, you know? So yeah, if it's a reminder, if you guys haven't done your smear test and you're of an age where you can actually do it, please, I do advise doing it. Yeah, the word smear now, I either think of smear campaign, Blake Lively, or I think of smear medical, you know? A smear campaign narrative designed to destroy plaintiffs. Specifically in the immediately preceding text exchange on August the 16th, Nathan forwarded a screenshot of a message from a reporter informing her for the first time of the Daily Mail's article. In response, Nathan wrote, "Damn, this is not fair because it's also not me," followed by, "Everything now looks like it's me," conclusively refuting her involvement in the creation or dissemination of the article. Oh, wow. Further evidence of the Times' complicity arises from its apparent endorsement of the criminal alteration of these text messages by Lively. After Nathan forwarded a screenshot of the article link, Abel responded with, "You really outdid yourself with this piece," adding a upside down face, smile face, emoji to indicate the sarcastic nature of her message. The upside down emoji face is commonly used to convey irony, sarcasm, joking, or a sense of goofiness or silliness. Wow. So this is the complaint. This is Blake Lively's side, and then this is what they deem as the truth. Wow, wow, wow. In her CRD complaint, Lively deliberately excluded not only the preceding screenshots of the text exchange, disproving Nathan's involvement in the story, but also the upside down face emoji, which fundamentally alters the sarcastic tone of Abel's message and misleads the reader into interpreting her response as serious. The omitted context is critical, as it demonstrates that each subsequent message in the exchange was similarly intended as sarcasm. But wait a minute, wouldn't Blake Lively know a thing or two about sarcasm and dry humour? Shouldn't she get this then? And also, why did her and her camp deliberately leave that part out? Now, can emoji help out in this case? Maybe, maybe not. Like, is an emoji something that's going to be seen as serious in the courts? Possibly not. But I do think that, as someone who is constantly texting someone and stuff, emojis do help represent and set a certain type of vibe and mood. So yeah, that's why you hired me, right? I'm the best. Further review of the text message exchange. Also excluded from both Lively's CRD complaint and the Times article. Wow, shows that Abel and Nathan were engaging in a sarcastic and joking manner. Maybe. As evidenced by the use of the haha, tap back reaction. When read in full, the exchange reveals Nathan and Abel engaging in facious juvenile banter, not conspiring against Lively. The Times relied on Lively's CRD complaint and based solely on this exchange, intentionally duped readers into believing that Baldoni orchestrated a smear campaign, purposely using Nathan and Abel as his accomplices. Indeed, the Times, like Lively, misrepresented these communications to support its salacious and unfounded smear campaign narrative. This calculated distortion underscores the article's lack of credibility and its reliance on sensationalism over substance truth. Any negative press about Lively was unequivocally a consequence of her own actions. I do definitely agree with that. Like, I actually do, I just agree with that. As someone who reported on it, you had to be there, babes. If you went on my channel this last summer, then you wouldn't know. But, like, there was just so much coming out about it. Things that commentary channels were digging and doing deep dives about, Twitter threads, like, all of these things. Like, it wasn't a thing where it was giving, someone's randomly decided to speak on Blake Lively and that was that. Like, it never gave that. It was given very much, she was, in my opinion, being very problematic and she was being exposed. Someone who had previously interviewed her had exposed her for not being a nice person. And that's how it started. That's kind of what it did. And then her basically promoting her hairline that, truthfully, no one gives a damn about, at a time when she should have been speaking about domestic violence. That's what triggered it. Let's be very clear. And if you're going to pass the blame now on Justin Baldoni for that, then I personally disagree. I just disagree. Okay? So yeah, I mean, I do definitely think it was based on her own actions. Even the Times itself acknowledged Lively's public missteps. In August the 17th, 2024 article titled, "It Ends With Us, the Press Tour Drama Explained." In it, reporter Shivani Gonzalez observed, Lively's promotion of the movie has included a push for her new hair care line. Clock it. Discussion of the clothes in the movie. Clock it. What was it she said again? We wear floral? Something like that, babes. I think she truthfully wanted a Barbie moment because the Barbie moment was huge, okay? But the thing is, it wasn't the time and place for a Barbie moment. You can do that another time for another movie and the promotion and rollout for that, but this is something that is a heavy topic and you tried to and it's not like you tried to bring light to it, because you didn't, babes. It was giving a whole lot of darkness. It was giving a whole lot of, the energy is just off. It seems like you're being rude. You're being kind of like passive aggressive in certain clips. So I don't know. And it was very tone deaf. Discussion of clothes in the movie and response to questions about abuse, which have been criticized as shallow and tone deaf. Exactly. Baldoni, by contrast, has emphasized the importance of raising awareness of domestic violence and providing resources of those in similar positions. So, yikes. Someone at the New York Times did write this back in August. So, ugh. And then we go ahead and we have another screenshot. Okay, TMZ, Melissa Nathan, LBO. We interviewed her too. Let me find that interview after. TMZ are messy. They are. Listen, I'm a messy ass bitch, but I think I'll hang it up at a certain time. Yeah? I hope I'm not a messy ass bitch in my 30s, 40s. Then again, I don't know, babes. Can you really take that out of me? Hey! Let me stop it. Lively's marketing efforts, which included encouraging audiences to grab your friends. Okay, this was crazy. Grab your friends, wear your florals while promoting her hair care and alcohol brand were widely criticized as insensitive. This was particularly glaring given World Health Organization statistics showing that 55% of domestic violence incidents involve alcohol. I'm gonna be so real. I don't know. Listen, we don't know who's telling the truth, but what I will say is that they are literally gagging her. I'm sorry. They are gagging her. And they have been able to provide some sort of evidence, okay? Now, I think as we keep scrolling, more and more... This is just page 8. Sorry, this is page 11 out of 87, yeah? They gagged her. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, yeah? Because one, you've been able to showcase someone else who worked at New York Times who was kind of like low-key slating Blake Lively too, wasn't in her favor. So to now just, you know, basically be up her arse cheeks, it's like, did they pay you? That's not something you're going to admit, but did they pay you? Like, what? And yeah, I mean, you know, they got you. You know, you did say grab your friends, wear your florals when talking about a movie about domestic violence, you know? Again, were widely criticized as insensitive. This was particularly glaring given World Health Organization statistics showing that 55% of domestic violence incidents involve alcohol. It wasn't the time and place, girl. I don't know how no one told you that. So that's why that's giving me a little bit of sus. I'm like, Blake Lively, girl, I want to fully say that I get it, but I'm just sitting here like, girl, I don't know though, because didn't you do this too? Like, this basically, look, you could truthfully be telling the truth here, yeah? There's a huge chance that she could possibly be telling the truth here, but it's just like, when we think of your track record at the moment, it's not a cute look. Her actions naturally triggered organic people criticism and unleashed a cycle of negative coverage. I definitely do agree with that, including, as it is common in the digital age, the resurface of old unflattering content. Clock it. Okay, so there's more screenshots. I mean, these people have got nothing better to do, I'll be honest. I mean, I know I've got nothing better to do, and I would own it and admit it, but would they? Look at all this. Far from being the product of a calculated smear campaign by plaintiffs, the backlash against Lively was the inevitable fallout of her own tone-deaf messaging and self-promotion tactics, amplified by her inability to read the room in addressing such a serious subject. Blake Lively fearing for her career amid it ends with us backlash. God, I'm so over this. I'm sure Leslie thinks we place this one on as well. Yep, and same. The article also deliberately ignores that Lively's publicist Leslie Sloan, of Vision PR, once backed by Harvey Weinstein. Okay, I'm so sorry. I want to literally bang my head onto a table right now because it's like, they're really going there. Now, I'm not sure whether it's giving desperate, but sometimes it's like, girl, you got to pull out everything you possibly can. You've got to go for it. Because it's true though, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my God, this is crazy. Once backed by Harvey Weinstein, see this story is critical of Baldoni, including that Baldoni was a sexual predator ahead of the film's release. Sloan did so even while Nathan attempted to cooperate in good faith. Wait, I don't know if I'm bugging out yet. Let me see something real quick. Let me close this tab real quick. Let me go on Google. Hello. I don't know if I'm dreaming, but did Blake Lively defend Woody Allen? Or am I dreaming? I know I reported on that. Someone did, didn't it? Blake Lively defends Woody Allen and rape allegations. She did, and this is back in 2016. We did report on that. You know, the thing about Blake Lively, she's a very pretty woman. But a scary pretty woman. I can't explain it. Anyways, go away. Excuse me. I hate when pop-ups pop up. I mean, I know it's their job, but like pop up somewhere else, you know what I mean? Hey! This is crazy. Woody Allen was published by The Hollywood Reporter. Journalists are taking Hollywood to task. Okay. This is crazy. She did, didn't she? She did. Blake Lively calls Woody Allen very empowering. This is Vanity Fair. I do remember reporting on this. He looks like a... Let me not say that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, she did do that. I just wanted to double check because I wasn't sure whether that was her or someone else that I reported on. When you make so many videos, sometimes my brain, my mind. Wow, there's more screenshots here. Leslie Sloan. This is what it was that was in Blake Lively's lawsuit, you know, screenshots provided, and this is what Justin Baldoni's team are saying is the truth. Melissa Nathan, she said the whole cast hits Justin. This has nothing to do with Blake, and now she's saying that Blake was sexually assaulted. Why wouldn't she say anything about that then? She knows she's full of shit. She told me that the whole issue was that everybody hates Justin. Nothing about Blake and Justin. She said it has nothing to do with Blake. Bullshit. Wow. If nothing else, it shows she doesn't like Melissa, and she tried numerous times to get me to say that Melissa was planting stories or that Melissa was bad-mouthing Blake. After I told her countless times it was not the case, she kept going. I'll call your boss, she's a piece of work. Many times she gives information, and I read that in the wrong order. Sorry. Wow, there's just so much. I can't obviously like go through every single thing, but I'm obviously going to link down this lawsuit file so you guys can go ahead and check it out and, you know, read it for yourself. TMZ is so messy. Wow, look at all this. I'm not gonna lie, he is providing a lot of like evidence here. I'm not paid to take people down, I'm honest. She hasn't done anything literally anti-Blake. She told me the same thing that she told you, which is she said that Blake's backlash is organic. It's not. She did nothing but help get a movie make tons of money. Justin makes tons. She was kind of promoting it as if it was Barbie. I agree. These people are messy. It's just based on the things that she said directly. Statement for TMZ. Hello, I'm a reporter at TMZ and I'm reaching out to get a statement regarding some information. We are being told that there were at least 3 HR complaints filed against Justin Baldoni on Saturday Ends With Us. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah? Let me be so real. Like, powerful people, and I'm not saying that's the case here, I'm just, like, it just has me thinking, like, when you have a net worth of, like, what is it that Ryan Reynolds has? I mean, collectively, him and Blake Lively, like, it's over, like, 400 million. It's a lot. You, at this point, you've built connections. You can, like, dangle a little bit of cash in people's faces, yeah? You can maybe sometimes make things go away. We've seen this happen before with different examples and things that we've reported on this channel. Powerful people really do scare me. They really do scare me. And I'd love to be rich and famous and live this lifestyle, but like at what cost though? I don't want to step on people's toes or like offend anybody. I just want to like live and be able to travel and buy whatever it is that I want to buy and have like the whole generational wealth, sorry. But like this, it scares me. It scares me so much because anyone can make things go away. Anyone can try to misconstrue something. Anyone is capable of pushing a narrative. It's just about having a good team around you who's going to do things. If you tell them, hey, I'll pay you double, make it work. Make it go away. I do think these things happen. So, reporter, a source close to set says they don't know of an investigation, but there was an intervention. We heard there were multiple HR complaints from crew and cast starting with the first day of production. The first day? HR complaints on the first day? Wayfarer in the studios. It's like, I just feel like they both just need to be... I think they're both just... I don't know. Something's off when it comes to the both of them. I'm going to keep scrolling, guys. Let's keep scrolling. To assert that plaintiffs orchestrated a premeditated smear campaign is to disregard objective evidence that unequivocally contradicts such claims. Even a cursory investigation by the Times would have exposed the baseless nature of Lively's allegations and the lack of factual support for her narrative. Most troubling, however, is the Times' deliberate omission of critical player in this manufactured controversy, Stephanie Jones, once Baldoni's and Wayfarer's trusted public relations representative. So what do we think that? Well, not we, but what's this lawyer trying to say here? Are they trying to say that like someone over in Blake Lively's camp was looking for people who previously worked with Justin Baldoni to try and find some dirt on him? So yeah, once Baldoni's and Wayfarer's trusted public relations representative, Jones not only had intimate access to the communications strategy and crisis management surrounding the film, but also played a pivotal role in leaking private communications cited in the article. Her betrayal, driven by a quid pro quo, whoa, that's crazy, arrangement with Lively, appears aimed at shielding herself while aligning with Lively to curry favor and secure future opportunities. Wow. Wow. So we have like emails here basically. 10:29 a.m. Has been nice and fixed things for us in the past. I can give her a call. This is nothing. Burger. Burger? What does that mean? I know I'm slow today, but bitch, I know what a burger is. I know what it is to eat a burger, but what the hell is a burger? Or is that some sort of code word law firm, innit? You guys let me know. Hey! Left word for... Okay, some certain words are like censored out. She's been very nice in the past, so we'll get this fixed. What the hell? The Times compounded its journalistic failures by uncritically advancing Lively's unsubstantiated claims of sexual harassment against Heath and Baldoni. For example, the article based on Lively's CRD complaint sensationally alleges that Mr. Heath had shown Lively a video of his naked wife. With Lively's CRD complaint even labeling the footage as pornography, this claim is patently absurd. The video in question was a non-pornographic recording of Heath's wife and baby during a home birth, a deeply personal one with no sexual overtone. To distort this, but then again, why would you even do that though? But then again, like, what? You don't know me from nowhere, but you want to show me a home birth video? That's a little bit strange too. Like, what? They were like, the only way that would ever be seen as like okay is if she asked for it and you guys were like on cool terms. But then again, it's like, I'm never no thank you. If I'm doing a home birth video or whatever the flip I'm doing, I don't even think my family will see it like that. You would know when the baby's popped out. That's what you would need to know. Because what or am I bugging here? Let me know what you guys think about that. That's kind of strange to just like show someone, hey, this is like my wife giving birth, this is the home video. You guys must be buddies to be doing all of that, okay? This claim is patently absurd. The video in question was not a pornography video of Heath's wife. It was a baby, it is the Heath's wife and baby during a home birth. A deeply personal one with no sexual overtone. To distort this benign event into an act of sexual misconduct is outrageous and emblematic of the lengths to which Lively and her collaborators are willing to go to defame plaintiffs. The Times' failure to scrutinize these claims or even provide a balanced account of the events further underscores its role in amplifying Lively's falsehoods while abandoning its responsibility to truth and accuracy. The video was shown to Lively as part of a creative discussion in preparing for a birthing scene in the film. Okay, so I haven't seen the video, so I'm glad that they gave a bit more context and clarified that a little bit more. I've not seen the movie. Did I say video? I meant movie. I did not go and watch the movie. I'm gonna be very honest, I didn't, okay? And I heard it was really cringe, and Blake Lively's acting was, there's no growth. That you can tell that she is just being booked because she's a pretty woman with great connects, but I don't think that she's actually really that much of a great actress, to be honest. Now, she was cute in Gossip Girl, but she was how old in Gossip Girl, okay? I don't know if there's much development in anything, to be honest, and that's no shade, okay? The video was shown to Lively as part of a creative discussion in preparation for a birthing scene in the film. Heath informed Lively that his wife condoned his displaying in the video. Okay, fair enough. Any suggestion that Heath engaged in the exhibition of pornography or inappropriate content is false. Adding to the sexual harassment narrative is the article parroted accusations that both men repeatedly entered her makeup trailer uninvited while she was underdressed, including when she was breastfeeding. What Lively in the article failed to mention, where are we going with this now? Failed to mention is that Lively invited Baldoni into her trailer while pumping to work out their line. Yo. Let's read these messages. Blake, I'm sorry to hear you and the baby are sick. Broken heart emoji. I know it's literally the last thing you needed right now on top of a tough week. I pray it comes and goes with mild symptoms and more than anything that he is okay. If you feel up for it, I'm here absolutely anytime and would love to check in. I know this week was a lot and I'm committed to making things run smoother across the board. And then there's Blake Lively. Our mistake. Molly did get the new pages at 11 p.m. last night. She didn't realize they were new, but new pages can always be sent to me as well, please. With like a kiss emoji, basically. Well, kiss X. I'm just pumping on my trailer if you want to work out our lines. Oh, girl, you made it. Oh, no. Because the thing is, if you want to be fair, we got to be fair here. Blake Lively made it seem like he just like barged his way into the trailer without like knocking, or like she didn't agree for him to come. Girl, it's given very much, I'm just pumping in my trailer if you want to work out for lines. He said, copy, eating with crew and we'll head that way. Take your time. I'm here, I'll meet you. Oh my god, sorry, I'm just seeing this. Here is shorter version of Chrissy's original. Oh my goodness. Likewise, the allegation that Baldoni inappropriately described Lively's character's attire as sexy is exaggerated and misleading. The text exchanges between Baldoni and Lively show that Lively had insisted that her character's clothing be much more sexier. When Baldoni later used the word sexy, he was just responding to her creative input, not objectifying her personally. Lively set that tone that Baldoni heeded during the creative process. Just text Ange this also. We'll show you both ways, but this beanie is much sexier. It's the look. Feels TV without, especially with a crop top in the snow. It justifies the rest of the skin. And also is a girl I would check out walking down the street because it washes the effort of the rest of the look. Justin Baldoni says, good morning. If you don't have time to listen with morning craziness, here is text. Just want to make sure okay with throwing the jacket on from yesterday morning or putting it on you. All right, these people can't spell. I want to line up a shot and see if I can. Okay, let's keep going. If it's just her shoulder, no problem. If it's her body or head, etc., then it should be me. I was wondering about not having that shot, but kept to myself. Okay. Also misleading, the article draws on Lively's assertion that Baldoni improvised unwanted kissing. Oh, goodness gracious. They're really trying to clock her tea. They are really doing their best to try and clock her tea. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm gagged. I'm shickety shockety shook. Yeah, I would usually be speechless, but babes, I've got a job to do. I've got to report on this. I'm just like, huh? And I'm going to get questions on this hoodie. This is from Named Collective. It's like, I think I bought it like a year ago or maybe 2 years ago. See, I've got you guys. Let me get even more comfortable for this. However, both the Times and Lively intentionally excluded that. Lively refused to meet with the intimacy coordinator to plan out the film's sex scenes. Baldoni, in turn, was forced to meet with the intimacy coordinator alone. I do think that you get privileges when you are, like, a certain type of person, and maybe that's what happened with Blake Lively, but I do think that if he was there, she should have been there too. Coordinated to plan out the film's sex scenes. Baldoni in turn was forced to meet with the intimacy coordinator alone and relay any suggestions to Lively separately. Notwithstanding Baldoni's reluctance, he and Lively would later sketch out the scenes together, absent the intimacy coordinator, as part of those creative discussions. Baldoni and Lively sought to personalize and develop their characters, and in doing so engage in conversation about their individual experiences. The Times, taking Lively's CRD complaint as true, characterizes the discussion as an inappropriate attempt by Baldoni to talk about their sex life. It was not. More still, Baldoni consistently acted at the direction of the intimacy coordinator. These baseless accusations do not constitute sexual harassment. Just hired intimacy coordinator who I love will set you up to meet or FaceTime with her next week for intro. I think that seems sweet. That seems very innocent. You know, you're giving her the heads up that, hey, it's been booked. You know, you can have your own session with her, a little FaceTime just before we get to see her on set, because that might be a little bit awkward. But if you want to have a quick FaceTime session, sure, by all means do that. And then Blake Lively said, I feel good. I can meet her when we start. Thank you, though. Okay. I don't know. Listen, maybe this is just who Blake Lively is. I'm not trying to nitpick everything, I swear, but I think that sometimes I know when I'm texting with someone who's just putting up with me, basically. Like, I know when I'm texting someone who, you're not really a fan of me, but like maybe we have a joint agreement in something, and we've maybe signed a contract in something, so we just have to make this shake. We gotta make it do what it do. Okay? And then Justin Baldoni said, just FYI, just wanted to tell you about this. Justin Baldoni really can't spell. He spelled seems wrong. Oh wait, oh my god, I need to clean my laptop. Oh no, he did spell it right. Look at me making some accusations here about Justin. Seems she doesn't want to meet intimacy coordinator until we start, which may mess up the workflow, but I can still meet with her, of course. And then the female producer said, okay, so this is him basically forwarding the message to the female producer, to which the female producer said, that's fine. If she doesn't want to meet her now, you just have to walk her through what you and the coordinator are thinking. Despite its efforts to craft a distorted narrative, the Times failed to address a glaring contradiction in Lively's CRD complaint. I don't think that the Times have kept it very fair, to be honest. I don't think that they have played a very fair, even game here, and I kind of understand why they could possibly be suing. I get it. I get why they're coming full force at the New York Times, because my thing is, shouldn't you be reporting on a story and be very neutral about it? After the execution of the protections for return to production agreement in November of 2023, Lively herself acknowledges that the film was completed, marketed and released safely and successfully, while Wayfarer, Baldoni and Heath disagreed with Lively's rationale for requesting the document. Many of its provisions were already... Guys, I'm going to be so real with you, like, this is just showing me, I mean, it's showing me so many things, but it's also showing me that there's so much that goes on to making films. Like, there's so many people you have to talk to in order to make a successful film, in order to get a film out there. It's just a lot. Like, the producer role also seems very heavy, but I mean, listen, don't be a producer if you can't hack it, if you can't handle it, yeah? Many of its provisions were already standard practice. They chose to comply for the sake of the film and to ensure Lively's comfort. Crucially, Lively concedes that neither Baldoni nor Heath engaged in any harassing behaviour following the agreement in November of 2023. Furthermore, she admits that her stated concerns were sufficiently addressed at the time. This admission directly undermines her allegations of retaliation and strips her complaints of credibility. Without the fabricated smear campaign narrative propped up her CRD complaint, Lively's retaliation claim collapses under its own contradictions, exposing it as yet another ploy to salvage her public image rather than pursue any legitimate grievance. The fact is, Lively embarked on a hostile takeover of the production, strong-arming Sony into blessing her with an ultimate control. As they became increasingly frantic and unsettled by the usurpation of their roles, Baldoni remained resolute that they continued to take the high road and be proud of the beautiful baby they had made together. Notwithstanding, Lively waged war on Baldoni, weaponizing Initius interactions from May and June 2023, long before there was any tension between them. To vilify and discredit him, at the time, Baldoni and Lively had a solid working relationship, and Lively expressed no unease around him. Only after the writer's strike had ended and filming was set to resume did Lively express any concern about returning to set. In response, Wayfarer and Baldoni agreed to all of Lively's demands. And there's even more text messages here. Justin Baldoni, just curious if you guys have peeked at her cut and if anything has changed. And then Editor 2 said, I've just been told that we are not permitted to look. He said, haha, wow, when did that happen? Editor 1 said, as per Sony. Editor 2, this evening. Wow, okay, then the editors and director isn't allowed to look at an actress's cut. Got it. Well, here we go. I do think I can sense a bit of frustration now through the text. We will keep taking the high road. I'm not gonna lie, they've put out a lot. They've put out a lot in this lawsuit. I'm gonna be real. They have. To suggest, as the Times does, the plaintiffs engage in a dark arts to destroy Lively's reputation. I love how I'm literally squinting as I took off my glasses. Is to ignore that Lively had long-standing reputational challenges and that plaintiffs' public relations efforts were rudimentary, above board and entirely defensive. The Times willingly omits any meaningful discussions of the true source of tensions between Lively and plaintiffs, which was Lively's brazen and calculated efforts to expropriate the film. Wow, Lively is slammed over how she styled younger actors. These bitches is messy. Wow, even more text messages. Hey, just checking in. Hope you're hanging in there. We are going to get through this, damn it. Thanks for checking in. I've sat with it and I think it's the best path forward spiritually and what's best for the movie. I mean, it does seem like he had the best interest for the movie. I've sent a message requesting that it starts on the 18th and then we will just let her in until she leaves. Wow. The Times' assertion that plaintiffs orchestrated a campaign to tarnish Lively's reputation blatantly disregards her bizarre behaviour at the time and misrepresents plaintiffs' actions, which were modest, transparent, and purely defensive. The article entirely sidesteps the real source of conflict between Lively and plaintiffs, Lively's calculated and audacious attempt to seize control of the film. Notably absent, guys, we're on page 32. Okay, we're doing well. We're doing it. We're killing it. Notably absent from the Times narratives is Lively's insistence on obtaining editing privileges and demanding her own version of the film. See, that's the thing about having multiple producers on a film. Yeah, well, no, listen, it's perfectly normal, perfectly fine. But if you guys are gonna butt heads and it's like, bro, what is the point? I think they both probably wanted the movie to look a certain way, and it just didn't look the way one of them wanted it to look, and they couldn't mutually agree on something. That's where I think that, like, it grew even bitter. A departure from industry standards, even more egregiously, Lively leveraged her promotional commitments to pressure for the release of her cut. Evidence of Baldoni's efforts to accommodate Lively's demands, including a series of text exchanges with editors who were later replaced by Lively in favor of her husband's editor, underscores the extreme lengths. Now listen, I'm gonna be real. I do think she probably got her man involved. She probably was like, you know what, you guys not listening to me. Obviously, not with a British accent, of course. You guys not listening to me. I'm gonna see what my husband thinks about this. Why? In favor of her husband's editor. Why the husband though? Underscores the extreme lengths Baldoni went to in order to preserve the film's integrity. The Times' willful omission of these critical details not only distorts the truth, but also perpetuates a false narrative that conveniently absolves Lively of her own culpability in the unraveling of professional relationships and the upheaval surrounding the film. Even more text messages here. Blake wants to know when you could be there this week. I could fly on Sunday or Monday, up to you guys. And would you prefer to be there or edit from there? I honestly don't have a preference, and so it begins. There's a lot of love heart emojis. Okay. So that's him like messaging the editors. There's different editors, clearly. Moreover, the article fails to address the fact that Baldoni was systematically sidelined from the marketing of his own film. From the very beginning, Baldoni had insisted on marketing the film with a focus on domestic violence and its survivors, a message that was integral to the film's purpose. Yet Lively drastically limited his input, and deliberately steered the promotional campaign away from its societal message. But my thing is, yeah, Blake Lively has spoken about a lot of issues that a lot of people deal with, whether it's kids, whether it's women. So my thing is, where was this energy for this film, you know? Further undermining Baldoni's role, Lively initially refused to permit his attendance at the film's premiere. Only after significant pressure did she reluctantly agree to allow Baldoni, are you guys not working together? What do we mean allow? To allow Baldoni and the Wayfarer team to attend. But under humiliating conditions, the Wayfarer team and their families, including Baldoni and Heath, were segregated from the main cast, barred from the exclusive after party. Excuse me? Who does she think she is? If this is true, who do you think you are? Because babes, are we not both starring in this movie? Are we both not producers? The audacity and cheek from some people, man. Like, what do you mean I can't come to the exclusive after party? This is my film. Let's be very clear. Without me taking part in this film, there would be no film. Or the movie wouldn't come out this way. So let's be so for real. What do you mean barred from the exclusive after party and forced to organise their own event at additional costs? Baldoni's participation on the red carpet was cut short, and his family and friends were confined to a makeshift holding area. But of course, with Blake Lively, she was there with her partner, Smiles, wanted the whole Barbie moment. Deadpool, it ends with us, even though in what world would that ever work? Participation on the red carpet was cut short, and his family and friends were confined to a makeshift holding area in the basement. Ooh! Ooh! The basement? Before being escorted into a separate theatre after Lively's departure. Not only had Lively stolen the film, but she also robbed Baldoni and his team of any genuine opportunity to celebrate their hard work. Yikes! That's mad. That is madness to me. Alright, why is my guy in hospital? What's this picture here? Infection on my spine. Pretty serious. Great. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. When Wayfarer and Baldoni hired Lively to appear in the film, they did not anticipate that she would execute a hostile takeover of the entire project. Lively's cynical abuse of sexual harassment allegations to assert unliteral control over every aspect of the production was both strategic and manipulative. Simultaneously, her public image suffered as a result of a series of high-profile blunders, which she tried to deflect by blaming plaintiffs for the public's... I'm not gonna lie, it did shock me when I read that headline, that she is, you know, saying all these things about him. I do feel like it came right at a time where things just weren't looking great for her. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that her sales went down. Let me see. I saw something this morning. Blake Lively says her sales decreased. I think she was talking about her alcohol brand. There we go. There we go. Let's go ahead and get on into this. Because I did definitely read it somewhere. It caused a 78% drop. That is a huge drop in brand sales. Blake Lively has escalated her legal battle, blah, blah, blah. Alleging a coordinated smear campaign that caused sales for her. That caused sales for her hair care and drink brands to plummet by up to 78%. Babes, that's not him, man. That's not him. Let's be so for real. Nobody is going to buy alcohol from you. I'm gonna stick to the ones that I can just get from behind the bars, yeah, that I can get access to, yeah? I'm not sitting down thinking, oh my god, I want to try Blake Lively's alcohol. I don't even want to try your hair care, which is what you're more notably famous for. I don't know why she's famous for her hair, even though it looks like it hasn't been brushed. But hey, that's the look that white girls love at times. You do you. It's not for me, clearly. And I'm not even going to try. And like, for me, yeah, Blake Lively's, this is not the photo I'm talking about. Her hair looks nicer, yeah? But there's photos sometimes where her hair looks like a mane. And I'm like, okay, well, this is, you know, anyone can clearly, okay, bitch, love it. You like it? I love it. But to say that it was because of Justin Baldoni, can we be so for real? Like, I'm actually begging you now. Can we please be so for real here? 78% is a lot. It is an absolute mutt. Now, her alcohol brand, I think, is called Betty Buzz. And then she has a hair care line, which is called Blake Brown. Bitch, go and sit down. Like, respectfully, we spoke about that. Who's buying Blake Brown? Like, girl, that sounds like a whole man whose hairline is receding. Gotta be so for real, okay? Yeah. Okay. This is nothing but an excuse. Fame is a double-edged sword, but Lively's tactics here are anchor. Alright, guys, I'm gonna just do some scrolling now because I feel like I've just This is very much, I was going to say this is very much an easy read, but I mean, if you don't stumble across words as often as I do, then I think this will be a very easy read for you. And then there's like concerns about how like she was doing too much with like the wardrobe, and there's like paparazzi's there on the first day of principal photography. Paparazzi captured and published photos of Lively in character wearing her self-selected wardrobe. These images were described as unflattering and sparked a backlash from the film's distributor, Sony. Okay, Baldoni received direct criticism from Sony, who voiced concerns about the impact of the photos. I do remember that photo going around, and everyone's like, "Well, what's this movie going to look like? Like, we don't like the wardrobe, we don't like the hair, all of that." It seems like he did take on a lot of the blame. But then last time I checked, they're both directors, and they both have a huge role here, so I'm not really understanding of that. What's this? Each day was already... Oh my god. Sorry, as I'm reading this, I'm just kind of like, whoa, this is a lot, you know? Having to detail everything, because I can't even remember what I ate yesterday. Reynolds and Lively's inappropriate and humiliating berating of Baldoni. I'm not gonna lie, I can kind of see that. I'm just gonna be so real. Delivered perhaps intentionally. Because the thing about Ryan Reynolds is, I don't know him from nowhere, yeah? I think that he's I think he's okay. In the movies that I've seen, I think he's okay, you know? But I know that a lot of people love him, and a lot of people look forward to, like, watching movies that he's in, whether it's Marvel or not, yeah? Like, I think people actually do love Ryan Reynolds, and he's been in the industry for such a long time, and has done what he needs to do. I'm not going to take that away from him, right? But I do think that also, when you know you're that man, you're that man, hey, listen, buddy, like, go easy on Blake Lively, like, go easy on my babe, like, go easy on my wife, you know, anything, report to me, we'll talk about it, like, that's kind of the energy that this man gives me, so I don't know. Now, berating Baldoni is crazy, okay? Delivered perhaps intentionally as other celebrity friends were coming in and out of their penthouse, was prompted by Baldoni. Okay, let's just keep reading, well, keep scrolling, shall we say. Wow. Okay, so like here's a bunch of different links and sources. NBC News, The Cut. Wow. I've seen a whole bunch of arrows. Of course I'm gonna like read into it a lot more. Wow. This is crazy. Okay, we're now currently on page 71. I'm still scrolling. I really just want to make sure to at least go through all the pages with you guys. Wow, there is a lot of things shown here. Okay, guys, what do we think? What do we think about this whole situation? Oh my god, it's 59 minutes long. Okay, I'm just happy to have gone through it and like scrolled through all the pages and stuff. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It's been signed. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. We went through the whole lawsuit, or like at least the majority of it anyways. I'll be sure to link the file down below for you guys so you can go ahead and read it at your own pace, of course. I just hope that I did a good job at reporting what was said in the lawsuit and everything. And yeah, because in my last video, I think a lot of people were like, Keisha, like I wish that you had like actually read the full lawsuit as opposed to like going to read articles instead, which I definitely do understand. But I think that at the time I had not been able to find this. It was only after I publicized my video that people were coming through my DMs and that I had actually seen it online myself. So yeah, I do apologize for that, but at the end of the day, the things that I said in yesterday's video still stands. So definitely go ahead and check it out. Also, thank you so much for all the love and support on these videos and everything. It goes without saying I love you all and I genuinely do appreciate it, and all I can do is my best. But when it comes to these types of videos where it's about lawsuits and possible potential court cases, there's only so much that I know, there's only so much that we know. We're only giving our opinions based on things that sound great and don't sound great, and I think that they both had f-ups on their ends for sure, and I don't think that anyone's fully innocent. I think that maybe Justin Baldoni isn't, or maybe wasn't fully nice to Blake Lively, but for some of these text messages it does seem like he tried to make sure like Blake Lively's okay. I want to do my job to make sure Blake Lively's cool. So I don't know, okay? She does also contradict herself quite a lot. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye!